Today we're going to do another exercise using PHP code, and I thought for this episode we would try to build some text inside the browser which tells us what day of the week it is and if it's a workday or weekend. Now, I know that might not seem very complicated, and it really isn't, but we will actually be talking about how to write HTML code inside PHP code, which is something that you're going to be using a lot in the future, meaning that this episode will actually be quite worth a lot to you if you don't know how to do this yet. So we're just going to go ahead and jump straight into it here. As you guys can see, I do actually have my index file here. I have a basic, startup HTML code, which simply says that we're going to write an HTML5 front page, and we're just going to go ahead and start writing stuff into the body here. Now, inside the body, we're going to go ahead and open up our PHP code with PHP tags. And in between here, we're going to go ahead and create a variable. Now, you guys can call whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and call this one day of week. And I'm going to go ahead and set it equal to a function called date. Now, date is a function that's inside PHP already. We didn't actually create this. It's already existing. And there's a lot of different parameters we can put inside the date parentheses, and I do actually have a link for you guys to actually take a look at, which is inside w3schools.com. This website, by the way, is really awesome for looking up stuff, so I can really recommend you guys to go in here if you don't know how to do something and learn about it. So in here, we do actually have a description of all the different parameters we can put inside, this function, which will actually tell us specific information about the date we have today. So right now we can actually go in and see one called W, lowercase w I should mention, because there's a difference if you use lowercase letters or uppercase letters. Now the lowercase w will actually tell us a numeric representation of the day, 0 being Sunday and then 6 being Saturday, meaning that 1 is going to be Monday, then it's going to count up till 6 and then say 0, which is Sunday. So if we use W inside our date function, and it does actually say at the very top of this page. I will include a link to this page if you guys want to look at it inside the description of the video, so don't worry about having to Googling for this. But we're just going to go ahead and say, okay, we want to use the W, parameter inside our function. So we're going to go into our code, and inside the date, we're going to include double quotes or single quotes, depending on what you want to use. And in here, we're going to say W. Now, if we go ahead and just echo this out, just to see what we actually get from this, going to echo out day of week, refresh my browser, you guys will notice we get 5. Now, right here where I'm sitting at this very moment as I'm creating this tutorial, it's actually Friday, which is 5 because Saturday is 6 and then Sunday is going to be 0 and then Monday is going to be 1 again. So because it says 5, we know that it's Friday. I'm mixing up the dates now. But it's Friday today, which is equal to 5. So we can actually go back into our code and we can actually start writing a switch. Now, I'm going to go ahead and write a switch here. And you guys should know how to do that by now, so I'm not going to explain too much about it other than we're just going to start it up here. Now, the data that we're looking for, that we're actually checking for, is going to be inside the parentheses, which is, the variable we created called day of week. Inside the switch, we're going to go ahead and start creating our cases. So case number 1 is going to be, okay, so if day of week is equal to 1, then do this. So I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, if it's equal to 1, we want to echo that it is Monday, because it is, if it's 1, but it's not today. So we do actually need to create another case. I'm just going to go ahead and include my break here really quickly. So we're just going to go ahead and copy this case underneath here. Whoops, let's actually go ahead and do that properly. There we go. Like so, like so, like so. Let's see how many do we have so far. We do actually need 7 because there's 7 days in a week. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we just need to change the numbers. Remember, when we get to Sunday, we need to change it to a 0. So we're just going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 0. So we're just going to go ahead and change the text in here as well. So we're going to say Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and of course, Sunday. So now, if we actually go ahead and save this, we can actually go ahead and go back to our browser, refresh, and you guys will see it says it is Friday, which it may or may not be in your case, but at least for me, it is Friday. So now we have the text going on. But what if we want to include some styling to this, or include some, HTML tags to it? Now, in order to do that, well, first of all, let's actually go ahead and create some styling. I do actually have some styling in here inside my style sheet. And if you guys don't have a style sheet yet, I did actually include one into my document here. So you guys should just go ahead and create some styling inside a style sheet. And you guys can copy or just write your own styling depending on what you want to do. I simply styled a paragraph tag in here, where I just simply, aligned it to the center. Font size is a lot. I changed the font family to Arial, and I set a margin to the top, 38 VH, which is view height. Now, going back to our code inside our index file, we can actually go down to, for example, our Monday. Actually, let's actually take Friday, because that's the day we're on right now. And inside the double quotes, and do bear in mind, every time you want to write HTML code inside PHP code, you have to write it inside quotes. So I can actually start writing tags in here. For example, a P tag if I want to. I can also end my P tag, which should probably do after it is Friday. And we do actually already have styling for the paragraph in here. We could also add classes to this if you wanted to. But essentially, if you want to create HTML code inside PHP code, you just need to echo it out or print it or whatever you want to do and make sure it's inside parentheses. So you need to treat it like it's a string, which is very easy to remember. So we just have a paragraph here. If I actually go refresh the browser, you guys will see that we suddenly get a lot of text going on here. I can actually zoom out a bit where it says it is Friday. So we could actually do a bunch of stuff here. We could actually start adding maybe a video that covers the entire background that has, happy themed stuff because it's Friday, which means that it's weekend soon. Or like really sad videos going on in the background if it's Monday, because we don't like Mondays. So this is essentially how we do this sort of thing. This is how we write HTML code. And yes, you can write whatever HTML code you write, you want to write inside, PHP tags like this if you echo it out. So that's basically how we do that. I don't think I had anything else for this episode. So that's basically what I want to teach you guys in this episode. I'm just going to go ahead and end it off here, and I'll see you guys next episode.